Hello, guys, and welcome. I'm going to quickly, well, I say quickly, as quick as I can be, as this is an exciting transfer for me personally, because obviously I'm a Manchester United fan, and that is that Manchester United yesterday. I couldn't get the video out yesterday. I do apologise for that. I did want to do it, but I was very busy. Um, but they have agreed a fee with Inter Milan for Andre Onana. Now, from what I've heard, it could be round about 51 million pound, 45 million pound of that will be paid up front, and I think there's like 5 or 6 million in add-ons. From what I've read, obviously that could change. Obviously, things could be different from what I've read, so I'm just going on what I've read. But yeah, obviously there's been a saga now for the past couple of weeks with Andre Onana. Manchester United obviously let David De Gea's contract run out. He left the club. Obviously, like I said, he's had his bad moments at Manchester United. David De Gea, I think, obviously from like 5, 6 years ago, in my opinion, 5, 6 years ago, he was probably one of the best, if not the best goalkeeper in the world, in my opinion. I'm not being biased because there were brilliant goalkeepers at that time, Jan Oblak, Manuel Neuer, especially them caliber of goalkeepers. But I do think that Andre Onana is, for me, a perfect replacement. Obviously, Everton Hag has obviously gone out and looked at the market and what Onana is going to bring to Man U. We obviously had Onana at Ajax as well, so he knows him very well, obviously. But I just want to talk about a couple of reasons why I think it could work and it could not work, because although he is a great goalkeeper, he's definitely Premier League quality. Would I say he's world class? I think not yet. I think give him maybe a couple of years in the Premier League, see how he does in the Premier League. Mistakes wise, obviously, you always judge a goalkeeper on mistakes they make. De Gea was the same. He made quite a few mistakes, which I think stopped him from becoming the best goalkeeper, one of the best goalkeepers of all time. Some of the saves he made were absolutely fantastic, but it's the mistakes that let him down, and he wasn't making like one mistake each season. It was like sometimes it was like 6, 7 a season that would lead to goals, and that would ultimately let Manchester United down. Now, I just want to quickly talk about obviously the things about Andre Onana that it's almost a pros and cons to Andre Onana, in my opinion, from what I've seen of him at Ajax, at Inter Milan, and also with his national side of Cameroon. Now, one of the things that I definitely know why Ten Hag has bought him, and that is because he knows him. He did it with Lisandro Martinez, who has been a fantastic signing. Anthony, as well, who for me, he needs to get rid of the silly little flicks and tricks and stuff like that. And I think he could become a fantastic winger for Manchester United. But obviously, Ten Hag, obviously, he is going to bring a lot of people in from the Dutch league that he knows. He saw Wout Weghorst as well join Manchester United, who, again, another Dutch player. He saw him in the Eredivisie in his younger days. So, yeah, it's obviously that they've obviously kept in contact as well. Obviously, he joined Inter Milan, and he rejected a move to, I do believe it was Lyon. I think it was in Ten Hag's first season in charge. He rejected a move to Lyon because he wanted to stay at Ajax. And then obviously it got to a Champions League final last year. I mean, who wouldn't want to sign a goalkeeper that's literally just represented their club in the Champions League final? I mean, it's a no-brainer. Now, one of the negatives for me with Andre Onana is sometimes his attitude. I don't know if you remember during the World Cup of last year, Andre Onana was actually dropped by Cameroon during the World Cup because the manager asked him to change his playing style, and Andre Onana refused. Now, I do see both sides. I understand the player side, like, look, this is how I play. That's just who I am. That's how I like to play. That's how I play. But at the end of the day, you've also got to respect your manager. And if your manager's asking you to do something a little bit different, you've got to try. So that is definitely one of the cons for me, is sometimes you can have a negative attitude, which, again, like I said, it can be improved. Obviously, he's not exactly the oldest goalkeeper, so he is young. He can still learn. Another one for me is reflexes. I was speaking about David De Gea a moment ago, and yeah, he has got lightning reflexes. That's definitely for me what I like most about Andre Onana is how quick he can get back up and save. How quick he is with his reactions to make a save, especially if it's from like close quarters or if he can't see the ball coming and then all of a sudden he can see it. He's very good at that, and I've seen it so many times. I sit here at a weekend at night when you know the Italian football's on here in England. That's what time it comes on here in England, and he makes so many tremendous saves. I mean, you won't believe it. Uh, some saves he can pull out. It is incredible to see him when he is at his best. I think one of the main reasons as well, which moves me on to my next one, is 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 good with the ball at his feet. He is very very comfortable with his ball at his feet, which is something David De Gea wasn't. He wasn't very comfortable with the ball at his feet. And I think obviously Eric Ten Hag has seen that and thought, you know what, I think we do need a keeper that is better with the ball. And in my opinion, for the price we're paying for Onana, I don't think you can get a better goalkeeper for that price who is comfortable with the ball at his feet. He is very comfortable with the ball at his feet. And that was the thing that obviously the Cameroonian manager wanted him to change. He wanted him not to play out from the back because it wasn't their strength. And they wanted him to go long and he wouldn't do it. So, I just I just think, it's a perfect match for Ten Hag and for Manchester United. He wants a goalkeeper that can play out with the ball. Onana can certainly do that. Another thing as well is that, I think it's a very modest sum for a goalkeeper with Onana's quality. Obviously, we know that he said it was too good to turn down Manchester United, and I can understand that. Obviously, Manchester United is, I know, over the past, pretty much since Ferguson left, we haven't exactly played like one of the biggest clubs in the world, but we are. And, he said, look, it's too good to turn down. I'm not going to turn down Manchester United when I've got this sort of opportunity. And it's nice for him to say that, especially when he's literally just been in a Champions League final with his club. Most players who have just been in a Champions League final with their club and then a club that didn't get anywhere near is coming in for you. Some goalkeepers or some players will be like, you know what, now I kind of see that as a step down. And in some ways it is a little bit. Inter Milan have been doing very well in the league, very well in the Champions League. Obviously, before Napoli, they were always in the top four. They was always getting in the top four. They've got a great squad. And he's obviously coming to Manchester United at the moment, who are obviously yet again going through a bit of a change, obviously moving managers, and now we're under Eric Ten Hag, and he's going in the right direction. And he's bringing in players like Andre Onana, who he knows he can trust. He knows he can call on him. And I think it is very, very exciting for Manchester United. And I know I'm excited about it. Obviously, it is disappointing in a way to see David De Gea leave because, despite all the mistakes, I were a huge fan of David De Gea. But like I said, I don't think you can get a better replacement for the money we're paying than Andre Onana. And, many people are saying, but, but he's never been tested in the Premier League, and, he's just been to a Champions League final. You don't get to a Champions League final with a goalkeeper if your goalkeeper is not up to the standard of playing in a Champions League final. He was only beaten once. Many people going into the game, I remember a lot of people saying, oh, Inter are going to get thrashed. They didn't. They were, matter of fact, they were pretty close to scoring at one point. Anyways, I would love to hear what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think it's a good signing, bad signing? Do you think it's a good fee, a bad fee? Let me know. If you did enjoy it, obviously please do leave a like and please subscribe for more videos like this. Anyway, guys, I will see you soon.